From the center of the universe, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is the SDM Show with your host, Rob Cairns. The SDM Show focuses on business, life, productivity, digital marketing, WordPress, and more. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and enjoy the show. Here is Rob.
Hey, everybody, I'm Rob Cairns. I'm the founder, CEO, and chief creator of Amazing Ideas at Stunning Digital Marketing. In today's podcast, I talk about some things that if you're moving a website to a new web developer, that you should do. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast. This episode of the STM show is sponsored by Stunning Digital Marketing, the agency to handle all your WordPress website security needs. Go on over to stunningdigitalmarketing.com and find out how we can help you secure your website so you no longer have an issue with backups, being hacked, or your website being compromised. That's stunningdigitalmarketing.com. Hey everybody, Rob here again. In today's podcast, I wanted to talk about some things that if you're moving your website from one care plan person or care plan company to another, that you should do. And many of these get overlooked by accomplished developers or designers or security professionals. And it's a bit of an issue. So, one of the things, as far as I'm concerned, that people really mess up on is the notifications. In WordPress, all security software, whether it's your backup software, your security software, your update software, things like that, get send notifications to an email address. And I find many times than not, people forget to update these. I've got two sites where clients have moved on to other people, and that's great for them. But you know what? Their new designer developer hasn't changed any of the security notifications. So I've actually had to set up rules that take these notifications and just trash them. So if something goes wrong with their site, they don't know. And that's not really a good thing. So make sure you change all your notification emails when you move a site around. The second thing to look at is licensing. Many Webcare professionals, I certainly do on the Webcare side, I provide licenses to all my security software. So that's typically the backup software, which is Backup Buddy, iTheme Security, and Patch Stack on the back end. The minute I no longer have a client, those licenses are included with your care plan membership or care plan that you pay for. So they don't continue. And maybe many people make the mistake, oh, the licenses will just continue. He'll forget about them. To be frank, I actually terminate them when someone is no longer with me on a care plan. So you want to keep the licenses up to date for a couple of reasons. One, it's ethical. Two, it's legally that if you're going to run paid software, you should have a license for it. And three, those licenses, you need support and updates to them. So you want to keep those up to date. So that's the second thing you need to do when you move on. And the third thing, and I would suggest doing it this way, but I've had clients who think being sneaky is not a good way to do it, is I would do it as a clean break and do it nicely. And go to your security plan provider and say, hey, we're decided to move on. How can you help us move on properly, nicely, and smoothly? And I think if you do that, it goes a long way. The business and the industry is small. People talk. People do talk about clients, whether you want to think they do or they don't. And frankly, you might need somebody down the road when you're in a pinch. So do it nicely and properly. And that's the other thing I would suggest. And then the fourth way, and I got to mention this because I've had it happen. I had a client once who terminated a contract, and no word of a lie, no sooner did they terminate the contract than they got hacked a number of days later. And that was because A, they terminated the contract, and B, they didn't have a new one with a new provider in place, and C, the security updates weren't done, and one of their plugins had a vulnerability. And then they went blaming the world. Well, I'm sorry. That's just bad business. You terminated the contract, you didn't have a backup plan, and things happen. And frankly, they do happen. And we need to remember that. So, what I would suggest is if you're going to move to another web security care plan provider, have that provider in place before you terminate the old one so that you don't lose all that support and all the security updates that you're getting. Rob Cairns, CEO and Chief Creator of Amazing Ideas and founder at Stunning Digital Marketing, talking about some things to be careful of when you're changing web care plan security providers. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now. This episode of the STM Show is sponsored by Stunning Digital Marketing, the agency to handle all your WordPress website security needs. Go on over to stunningdigitalmarketing.com and find out how we can help you secure your website so you no longer have an issue with backups, being hacked, or your website being compromised. That's stunningdigitalmarketing.com. Thank you for listening to this edition of the SDM Show. The SDM Show is brought to you by Rob Cairns and Stunning Digital Marketing. For more information about Rob Cairns and Stunning Digital Marketing, go to stunningdigitalmarketing.info. From here, you can connect to us on social media, go to our website, and even go to the podcast to subscribe. This podcast is dedicated to my late father, Bruce Cairns. Dad, I miss you very much. Keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars, make your business succeed.